Hey guys, I've been looking at InCase the last few days trying to figure out the best way to help my students with feedback on their reports, like from their benchmarks, etc. So the thing I found that is the quickest and probably the most useful for my students is if I go to reports and I click on assessment reports, and then benchmarks is what I'm looking at right now. And then I have to choose my subject. So choose your subject, and then your benchmarks should show up below. So I'm just going to choose one of my benchmarks for right now, and I'm going to hit search. Now, when I scroll down, if I click on this arrow, it's going to give me a drop-down list of all of my students. And then you click one more button, and it will show red and green dots. The green dots represent the questions they got correct, and red dots the ones they got incorrect. So visually, that's nice because you can see if a whole lot of students miss the same question. But if you want to look at it kind of arbitrarily, you can go down here and there's a view sessions, and then there's a classroom summary. And I feel like this has helped me more. So if you go up here and click by question, and I scroll down through here, this will tell me, instead of just looking at red and green dots, I can see that 100% of my students got question 1 correct, which means on the other thing they would all be green, which is good. So I don't need to worry about that question. So I just pick out a percentage, like say 50%. If any of the questions are less than 50%, I want to review that question and see what we need to do to reassess it. So question 6, only 42% of my students got it correct. And I scroll down, and number 8, only 42% of my students got it correct. So I can quickly go through the whole assessment and make me a list of numbers that I need to go back and revisit. Once I have that list complete, I can go back to reports, and I can click on Assessment Analytics. Once I get to Assessment Analytics, I can click on Report and scroll down to Item Detail Report. All right, it has benchmarks, it has math as my subject, so all I have to do is click on the same test that I just got the numbers from. Once the district has cut points or our quick scores or whatever, I think those will show up here, but right now I want to run a report. All right, so when I come here, it shows me the individual questions, and it shows me how the students have done on that question. So what I want to do is just look at the questions that my students missed, or like where the class missed more than 50% of the class missed these questions. So if I click on number 6 was the first one that was in that list, then it tells me the question, and it shows me exactly the breakdown of how many students selected each answer choice. So you can see that answer A is in blue, B is in red, yellow is C, green is D, and then the question mark is in purple. So right here it shows us that the bold one is the correct answer. So 41.7% of my class got C, the correct answer. And the most common missed answer was B at 25%. And it looks like 8.3% of my students left this question blank. They did not answer this question. Okay, so I can click on number 6, and then the next question I needed to look at was number 8. But I can quickly look at these questions and know what I need to talk about and add these to a spiral review, or know what I'll need to do to kind of revisit these questions so that hopefully they do better on these in the next assessment. All right, I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, let me know.